Hi, my name is Blythe, and I'm back with the LPGA Women's Network, and today we're answering some of the most common questions for women who want to get started with the game of golf. And our first question comes from Kathy, who says, I would love to learn in a group class type of setting. I think the time of day and cost are the biggest factors for me. What do you suggest on how I can get started? Well, you should seek out what's called a golf clinic, and the LPGA has a ton of these golf clinics all over the country, and a lot of the golf courses around the country have these same golf clinics as well. And you can learn in a group class type of setting where it's available at all different price ranges, and if it works out better for you to learn in a group setting, it might be a little bit less intimidating than learning in sort of a one-on-one type of lesson. There's also a lot of different golf videos that you can research on lpgagolf101.com. The next question comes from Susie, and she says, I've always wanted to learn, but I feel so intimidated. Last person that tried to teach me yelled a lot. The first response I would say is to get a new teacher. You don't want to be out on the course and have somebody affecting your sort of mental game, because golf is very much a mental sport, and you don't want to take stress from one hole to the next. So if your teacher is yelling at you or you're not responding really well to that teacher, get a new teacher, get a new instructor. And a lot of the times those teachings and those instructions comes from somebody you know, and it might be best to just seek out a more professional who's used to teaching people, including women, especially women, on how to get involved with golf without it being so just scary. So our next question comes from Aaliyah, and she says, I want to learn because my dad and my brother both go as a guy's thing. I tease them that I want to go and I'm going too. However, I haven't pushed it because I secretly want to crush them when I go. But every time I go, I hit the ball as I'm swinging at a softball. And I sort of ran into this whenever I first started with golfing, and I walked up to the tee and I wanted to crush the ball just like a baseball bat. But golf is very much a finesse sport. There's a common phrase that says that you drive for show and you putt for dough. The short game, where you're putting and you're chipping, is really where a lot of golf tournaments are won, or a lot of golf competitions are won. So if you focus more on your short game versus wanting to drive the ball as far as possible, then you'll succeed a lot more than trying to drive it an extreme amount of distance, and then you find you're going to get frustrated and then nothing's going to work out for you. Focus on the short game, focus on the finesse of the game, and you should be just fine. So we came out to the driving range in order to answer another question that we got from another golf sort of newbie. And Melinda asks, I've been at the course a few times and I'm not terrible at golf, but the toughest part for me is getting used to the different clubs. What's the easiest way to remember which club I should use at the right time? And the great thing about the driving range is that you can come out here and you can test which club works best for you. So whenever you're out on the range, you can see which club is the most comfortable. You can test the distance by the markers that are out on the range after you hit the ball. So then that way you can jot down and you can sort of be your own caddy. You can take notes on which club works best for you, how far you've hit it, and then you can take those notes and apply it out on the course itself. And the last question is, how do I not feel embarrassed when I'm out on the course? It's very simple. Everybody started where you started. No one is a pro the minute they step out onto a golf course. So don't use that intimidation factor, or if you hit a bad shot and you feel embarrassed, you don't want to try again. Get out there and try again. Sometimes that's the hardest thing, is to get out there and try again, but no one is a pro the minute they step out onto a course. So don't let the embarrassment of the bad shot fool you. A lot of the times people are just out there on the course and they're just out there to have fun. So do the same for you and yourself. Sit out a hole, play best ball, play a variety of different ways. You don't have to take it super serious every single time like you're trying to win the Masters.